Look who is here. My goodness, Sheryl. How awesome. I gotta unmute yourself there a little bit. Unmute yourself so I can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the #1 international best-selling author, Sheryl. Oh my God, how amazing.
I
How do you
know.
feel, Sheryl?
I think I'm still numb. I'm
Surreal, right?
girl, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's all I can say. Oh my God.
So 4 weeks, did you think that 4 weeks ago this was like even gonna
No,
happen?
no, no, not at all.
This is awesome. So I want to thank you for joining me here. I wanted to do this interview with you, and I wanted to, so that you can share with your village and you can share with your friends and be proud of this amazing accomplishment. And everybody, when we start in this journey, you never really think of all the possibilities of everything that's possible. So I want to ask you, like, when you started like 4 weeks ago, because we started the journey in the beginning of April, right? It was a 4-week course that we did. We
Yeah.
start April 5th, and then we'll talk about the last week in April, we're gonna self-publish. So what were your first thoughts when we said we were gonna publish by the end of of April?
I could not imagine because of the time frame being so short. I always imagined that I've always wanted to write a book, never knowing the steps that you needed to take in order to write the book. So the first session, when you laid it out, I was like, oh, okay. But then when you targeted a date that you would be launching, I could not imagine. I could not imagine it. I was like, this can't be true. But
I remember you saying that. It's like, okay, when you set the date, that's what it was like. Oh my gosh, we're really gonna do this in 4 weeks, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
you did it. And you did it. And share, I wanna just share my screen because I wanna share with everybody that's seeing this what really kind of got me just like so excited for you. Um, I'm gonna share these pictures here. Let me just kind of get out of here real quick. All right, and we're gonna go through both of them. But this, Sheryl, when I saw your book,
Oh,
and this is Sheryl's book, From the Kitchen Table, and she is on Amazon bestsellers. And if you look at this page, okay, this is real. This is real right here, okay? And we saw this last night when she was doing her pre-launch. So look who she's around here. Look at this page.
when you pointed that out to me, I got chills. I really got
Mhm.
chills.
This is incredible. She's between the Dalai Lama and Brené Brown.
I know. Two
And
of
this
my
is Sheryl
favorite
Lewis.
authors.
Really? Oh
Yes,
my
I mean
gosh.
I follow them. Followed Brene Brown. Yes, that was
This
amazing.
this is incredible. And Amazon, and this is not something that we made. Amazon put her book right here. Look at this, new releases. And this is Sheryl book right here on the first page on Amazon bestsellers. This happened. This is real, and this happened, Sheryl. I mean, this is so incredible. I mean, I absolutely love it. I mean, I love it. So and people are just always thinking that, I think, writing a book, publishing a book, it's something that's far out into the future, and it's something that everybody wants. And then just to share with people that don't know this, 90% of all people want to write a book. Now, the number in the United States of people who actually publish the book is 0.01, that's at 0.01% actually publish. Now, from this percentage, how many people actually can say they are in the front page of Amazon bestseller? How many people?
I
Raise your
know.
hand, Sheryl. You can
I know.
raise
I
your
know.
hand. You can raise your hand because you can say that. And this is something that can never be taken away from you because this is real. You have this page here, and this is number 10. And then there is her biggest accomplishment, right? Because we are going to, this is an overall bestsellers in spiritual growth and self-help, which is an extremely, extremely competitive. There's thousands and thousands of people who launch their book every single day. And Cher was able to make the top 10 here. So this is absolutely incredible. And
And
I
I thought
want,
about that also because of
mhm.
the category. I was like, that's a category that a lot of people will probably be in. So when I saw myself as number 10, I was like, well, that's not bad.
Now, and if you are on the top 100, if people may not know this, but if you're on the top 100, you are a best-selling author. Because being on the top 100 is already an amazing, incredible accomplishment. If you think about it, people publishing book on Amazon from all over the world. It's not just all over the United States, but all over the world every single day, right?
Yeah.
And once you make the top 100 is amazing. Now, when you make the top 10, it's like,
I
this
got
is
in.
like,
I got in. I was number 10. I got in.
that's home run, right? But let me just go ahead and show this other one. How about when you make number 2 and number 1? How about that? So isn't that so? In family, in personal growth, Sherry's book made number 2. This is like incredible. She's ahead of Jessica Simpson here. All right. So, I mean, and she has a lot of followers all over the world, right? I mean, she's a famous singer. And I didn't even see here who is number 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I do have another picture that we can take a look at who they are. But just to think you're number 2 on, bestseller in family and personal growth, it's incredible. And
Yes.
now we move into another category, which you were number 1. I mean, when you see your book, right? Number 1, how does that feel?
Like you said, incredible. It's incredible.
It's incredible. Yes. So
I was just
the
getting accustomed to the title author.
and now you're already bestseller. You got to add it to it. And
And it's like, yeah.
no, tell me about it. I mean, it's like I'm so excited that I want to. and and
No, I had a friend come in from out of town yesterday, and I just took a moment to, while he was visiting, to sit down and talk to him. And when he entered the house, the first thing he said was, "I understand you're an author now." And it's like, yeah, I am. And then that was clearly before I knew all of these, amazing number 1, number 2, number 10 indication that's tied to being an author. So I have to get used to it. I have to digest all of this.
is it going to take a couple of nights for me to kind of sleep and wake up and like, is this real? Did this happen? Is this really a dream or whatever happened here?
And I'm saying, universe, you are speaking to me in a powerful way. That's how I have thought about it. Wow.
It's
Wow.
incredible. And we know the thing is like, you're sharing your message with the world. And now people are going to read your book. People are going to know, all these stories and share a little bit about your book. With, you can always still purchase, Cheryl's book. So talk a little bit about it. Just a quick like
Okay.
overview of people, what do they expect with your book?
Okay. Well, I came up, the title is very personal to me, From the Kitchen Table, because it is kind of like a tribute to my parents and my upbringing. And I wanted to, because we always gathered around the kitchen table, and that is where my parents shared wisdom, and we just talked about life and how to navigate it. And so it's very personal to me. And there were 6 of us in the I have 5 siblings, and all of us grew up with our parents drinking coffee and just giving us wisdom. And I have 8 grandchildren. And I've always wanted to, I talk a lot. So I've talked to them about certain things, but then I thought about it and I was like, there are future generations coming behind them. And to be able to put different, I call them wisdom nuggets in my book. And to be able to write that down and to know that not only where I started with my grandchildren, I realized that this is something that can help everyone. So the book came about for a very personal reason, but I know that it will benefit others who pick up the book and can go along with me, understanding my story, and then navigating how to have a positive outcome with things that are happening in your life.
That's
So
beautiful. That's beautiful, and that's inspiring. One of the first things that we did talk about, like even before we started the course, when we did the writers workshop, was like your why, right? And then you did share with me that that was your why. You wanted to leave, your legacy, like through the, in the
yes.
book. But now, benefiting so many more people outside of your family. Now, how is your family receiving the news of you becoming a best-selling author, and then an international? And let me just say this thing here. If anybody watching this does not know, the biggest bookstore in the world is Amazon. It's not Barnes and Nobles. It's not the other bookstores out there. It's Amazon. Amazon sells more books than any other bookstore in the world. So this is not a small accomplishment. This is a huge accomplishment. Now, how is your family receiving this news?
Well, I get support. I get support from my family and in whatever it is that we choose to do. That's part of where we come from. Um, and when I say family, I mean extended family. I mean brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, cousins, everyone. So they were happy about hearing what I was doing and being able to contribute. But I have not spoken to anyone about my new title. That still has to sink in. So, but I know that they'll be excited about it as well.
It just happened last night.
I
I mean,
know,
it
I
just
know.
happened. This is so fresh. We are recording this interview super fresh. This is like, it happened last night. We woke up and we are doing this interview. I'm so excited. So
Yes.
excited for you. I'm so happy for you. Even last night I was even dreaming about your categories, believe it or not. I was just Amazon categories, Sheryl. I was so excited. And I'm still so excited. I'm so super, super happy for
And
you.
we the book takes place. I am from Hampton, Virginia, so we have a classmate who navigates and connects. It's actually my husband's class, but again, we come from a very close knit community, and so he was one of my ambassadors, and he
Oh.
just spread the word. And then to get notes and from Facebook and personal notes from individuals that I grew up with and who are saying, I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. That just means a lot. And it really ties in with why I wanted to write this book. Because to be able to share that, you need a community behind you, a healthy community. And in these times, we hear about so many negative things. And so that's not my story. And I just wanted to share. And it will be hope. I hope that others will understand that it's hope for them. You don't have to be in negativity. So I just wanted to say that because
That's
I'm very
that's
appreciative to
beautiful.
him. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And yes, and I in this the whole process of launching a book, it brings that sense of community, right? It brings that
Yes.
sense of and you're going to see now, and it happened with me, and I'm sure it's already happened with you. It's gonna happen much more. Is that people are going to start coming back into your life, like people from like the long lost friends and people who you
Yes.
haven't seen in 20, 30 years. They're going to be reaching out to you because you are a source of inspiration. As I mentioned, like 90% of people all want this, they don't know how, they feel confused. They think it's something like, super complicated. And
Now, I
And then
don't
you
want
know,
them to think it's easy.
it
I don't
isn't.
want to come
No,
out like that.
no, it is not easy. It's not easy. You know what I mean? But I mean, it doesn't have to be something that we always project into the future, you know, and make it happen now. If you take action and the way it happened for you, right? I mean, you I put out there, you know, about my book, and then I say, hey, you know, I want to teach people who want to learn how to do it. And then you kind of came, you took action, you came in and like, hey, I'm coming to the
Yeah,
writers workshop, and then we did, and I showed, laid it out what was going to happen, and then you're like, you know, you took action again. So you had to take action. You know what I mean? That's like, and it's not just dreaming about something, but if you want
that's true.
something to happen, you got to take action, because just dreaming doesn't make dreams happen. Dreams don't
That's
come true
true.
by just dreaming. You know,
That's
you dream it, that's how it starts, right? But then you have to take action, and you took action number one, action number two, and
yes.
then you're still taking action to make all of this happen. So it's not easy, but it's not like what people make it to think, that, you know, it can be as complicated as you make it to be, though. You know what I
That's
mean? It
true.
can be a
That's true.
very hard road if you take a
But I
certain
think that
approach, you know.
I think that the structure, for me, the structure of knowing if you do this, then this will happen. And I
Hmm.
think before, it was just all in my head and I didn't
Yeah,
understand
the
what you could
process,
do in order to make it happen.
the
And a lot of
process,
people will
yeah.
say, oh, you can write a book, just write. It takes a little bit more than that. So,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
I want to thank you for all of your support and guidance and just, the biggest cheerleader that we have is you.
You're welcome. So happy to be in this journey with you. So happy. You know, I'm so excited, and for you and for the other authors that went through this course. And I
Yes,
just want to, you know, say thank you for, you know, for your confidence in me and your confidence in the program, you know, and for taking action. And now we just can't wait to read your book, right?
that's right.
And yeah, and for those who have not purchased Cheryl's book yet, you can purchase on Amazon. So below this link, make sure you do have, you know, we'll post whatever we post this, we'll make sure you have the link on before or in the email, whatever way you want to do it, so that people can go ahead and purchase your book. Because this book is going to be a source of inspiration to all of you who read it. And as you can see, Share is coming from a place of giving. And when we open our hearts to give and learn from other people's stories, so we don't have to kind of, you know, which shows, like, just like the book process, it can be very complicated if you try to do on your own. But once you take from somebody else's experience who have already been through that, her
That's true.
life journey, so you can learn from her life journey and apply it to your life, and kind of cut so many years of trial and error, or, you know, bumping your head into the wall, and just have those aha moments, you
That's
know.
true.
So very excited for you. Congratulations again. And I will be, you know, sharing this with you so that you can share the world. So any other words of inspiration, Cheryl, for anybody else who's still kind of on the fence? Should I write a book or should I write a book? What do you say?
I say if it's really in your heart and it's something that you would like to do, take the first step. And the first step for me was when I got that email, I decided right then that I would do it. So if you're, really serious about it, then connect with someone who can guide you through it. You can call me if you want to. I'd be happy to share, the journey that I have gone through as well. But just do it, as Nike says.
Just do it. There you
Just
go.
do
Very
it.
good. Awesome words of advice. Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. All right. And everybody, thanks
Okay.
for watching this video. I'll see you next time.